HSSegue several times tonight, and so it's my job to introduce you to HSSegue and how it's going to help us. Excuse me, I'm not feeling well, so I hope I can cough my way through. Here. Oh, excellent, I didn't have to get very close. Okay. If you are already, a whole bunch of you, most of us already, are members of HSSegue because you've done C.A.S.A testing. So most of you have seen this before and signed up. For those of you who haven't, please make sure to see Tama, who's sitting in the back. She's at a table back there, and she will help you get a handout. She'll give you a handout to show you how to get it on HSSegue. So that is the first step, to belong to HSSegue. The second step is to join into the CASA group. If you are in HSSegue, we have already joined you into the CASA group, but you have to get there. So the first thing you're going to do up at the top is go to HSSegue.com. I have this thing, I know how it works. There, HSSegue.com, that's how you get there. And then here is your username. We're going to use me and put me in, my username, my password, and log in.
Sure. You want to know that it's on the back of this paper? Would that be wise to look at?
Yes, we will make it. Yes, so it is on the back of what you were handed out is how you get on there. So the very first couple steps that I'm talking about is on the back of there. So once you get into HSSegue, you see your name here. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is go to My Groups. Don't get intimidated by all this stuff. You'll get used to it. There's a lot of resources here, but for right now, go to My Groups. Go to CASA. And it will show up, and at the About tab will be the first place that shows up for you. Once you come back, on subsequent times, it'll go back to whatever tab you were in last. So if you get lost, go to the About tab, and here gives you a description of what all the tabs are, how you get there, where they are, here what's in every tab, so that you can tell where you can find anything that you're looking for. So if you get lost, join, go to My Groups, CASA, and go to the About tab, and that'll give you directions from there. So I'm going to go through the first 4 green tabs. The green tabs refer to things that are CASA specific. These blue ones up here are HSSegue as a whole, and we'll go to those later, but we're going to start with the About tab right here, this first one, which is where you are. Second one is Activities. This Activities tab is where you're going to find all the activities that we have as CASA. The little number up at the top shows how many activities you want to see on one screen. So do you like to scroll down a long ways, or do you like to have a short screen and say next page, next page, next page? Whatever it is that you like to see, you can do that. The next place up there is Select Location. These activities happen in one of the various locations. You wouldn't necessarily want to search by location because that doesn't make any difference to you, but if you're looking, hey, what's happening in First Baptist Church, you can do that. We're going to skip Select a Room now and go to the table. There's a couple of different views. There's the table view, which we're looking at right now, which for this is easier to look at, but let's go to the calendar view and you can see what that looks like. That gives you a calendar. Now there's not a whole lot scheduled in August, but you can see that the annual meeting is there. We'll click over to September and you can see more activities that are going on. Those are the different activities that we have listed that are going on in the month of September. You can click directly on a particular event to go to it. Some of them are informational, some of them are activities. Picture Day, obviously, you're going to want to sign up for Picture Day. You're going to want to get more information. Tutorials, you just want to know there are tutorials on that day. You're not going to sign up for anything. So there's both kind of events. If you click on an information event, you'll just get the information about it. If you click on a activity event, it'll take you to a page where you can sign up and learn more about that activity. For now, I want to go back to the listing, the table view. There's a couple of different ways that you can look to, it's right now listed in whatever order we've posted, but it's convenient for me to say chronologically what's happening next in CASA. So I'll click on starting date, and it will reorder. Now there we go, it goes according to date. The annual meeting, tutorials happen, then picture day, famous scientists. You can see in a row right like that what's going on. Yeah, from start date, end date, either one you can sort it on, whichever you want. The next, we want to go ahead and, right now I'll take time to go in and sign you up for something if you want to know for sure. The next thing that's happening is the parents' potluck. Oh, how do I find it? I did it by sort date. I don't know what the parents' potluck is. Okay, so let's sort it by activity title. Okay, now it should be something about P, parents. Ah, there we go, parents' potluck. And click on it. Okay, here's information right at the top. When it is, what the last date of registration, when you got to do it by, your deadline, right up there at the top. What type of group it is, what the name of it is, where it is, the location, who's eligible to come to this event. NA means adults, it's not a grade or age appropriate. How many can come? We put in 100, but if all 100 families times 2 people come, we'd be happy for that too. Here in location, it's at the Sauser home. If you click on the map, it'll take you to Google Maps, and you can get directions from there. Hit your back button,
Different window.
or your other tab. That works too. Okay, and let's register so we can see what it looks like. Your registration instructions are in the bottom in case you forget. Down there, yeah. Registration instructions, so if you forget what I say here, you can always get it right there. Register, inquire. There it is. CASA administrator is the one who posted this, okay, from me. What is it? It's a parents' potluck. I'm willing to do it. I want to sign up. Who is selected participants? Okay, I see Sherry, Matt, and Wade. Anybody who knows me knows that I have another son. My son, who's still a member of CASA, is in 11th grade. His name doesn't show. Why? Because he's an 11th grader, and 11th graders aren't invited to parents' potluck. It's just for parents. The reason Matt has an NA is because he's graduated already, and I just have left him on there in case he wants to come to the science fair or something. I don't know. So I'm going to click on myself, and I'm going to invite my husband. We're both going to show up, and we can hit next or sign ups either way. What do I want to sign up to bring? Okay, the first main dish, there's 10 main dishes that are needed. There are 10 still left, so that you can tell how many places there are to sign up. So I'm going to sign up for a dessert. Click me on dessert because I'm eating sugar right now. And go to next. Okay, what comments do I have? I'll bring something chocolate. Can't wait. And I'm going to preview to make sure that what I said is really what I meant to say really came through. Okay, eligible family members, Wade and I are coming. Okay, then I'm going to bring a dessert. There's the comments I want to tell the coordinator or the moderator, which the moderator is the name for the person who's been given the job of helping with the posting. And I will submit. Okay, little pop-up window comes up. Here's what you've enrolled for. And that event has been put on my personal calendar, which is up at the top in all of HSSegue. And I can see it there. I can continue either way. What was that? Oh, and you will get then the person who's moderator will get an email saying, Sherry signed up for the potluck. Claudia will get it. She's the moderator on this one. Sherry signed up to go to the potluck. She's going to bring a dessert. And then she can contact me if she needs to anymore for that event. So that's how those work. Picture Day is also here, so you might want to remember to go to Picture Day and sign up for what times you need to put each child at a different time. You can do that. And the other thing to sign up for that we're doing tonight is volunteer positions, which is down a little bit. Nora's helping with that. She's taking some of the sign-ups on paper because it's faster for right now for the internet connection that we have. But if anybody's at home, or if you want to look at the volunteer positions more at home and then sign up for something, that's the place to do it. Also, Nora asked me to mention that if you have had a volunteer position in the past and want to have it again this year, you need to contact her. She's not going to just assume that you're going to do it again. So if you want to do it again, you get first dibs on it, but you need to make sure to tell her. Okay, the next tab over is the forum tab. You can get to it by going there. Okay, that is one way to look at it. There are two different ways to look at it, and there are forums down here, which to me seems to be the easier way to look at it. So we're going to go to this one, click on group forum, because it's an easier way. Forum is a place that you can consider, it's the central area for information. It's where you can download forms, you can have discussions, you can post prayer requests, you can subscribe to topics. Any of those things you can do in a forum. A forum is just like a place for discussion, and just remember that. It'll be a lasting resource. We'll put the updates on there so that if you say, oh, darn, I saw something a couple weeks ago and I lost my email, you'll be able to go here, download last week's update, the week before's update, see what was on it. So there'll be several things you can update here. As we're getting established, just email me if you have an idea for a new topic. We're just starting to post topics that we want on there, and we have done a couple of them. For example, the top one, the master calendar, you hover over it, and you see the description comes up as what is in there. Okay, 3 files are attached here, the master calendar, the tutorial schedule, and the handbook. Hover over the 3 attachments, you can see what they are. Click on them, you can open them and download them. That will be the same thing for the transcript file, for how do you get your kid in driver's ed, how do you get your kid a work permit. We're planning to put all those things up there. So you'll be able to eventually just go there and download those forms and instructions, and off you go. Okay, if you want to reply, if you want to make a comment to this or a question, you can post a reply topic. If you can't reply, it means that it's closed and you really should ask a question somewhere else. But it should bring this up. Okay, blah, 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 she doesn't really have anything else to say. And then submit, and somebody will get back with you, or cancel if you don't want to do that. The second button up at the top is subscribe. If you want to know anytime somebody posts a question about these files or makes a comment about these files, click on subscribe and you will get an email message every time somebody makes a comment about that. You probably don't want to subscribe to something that's just forums like this, but you may want to subscribe to the forum that is discussion on homeschooling through high school. And then somebody will ask a question about, how did that transcript thing work again? And then you'll get that message and you'll be able to follow what's said in that area. If you want to go back, go where it says CASA again, and you come back to the forums. Another one that you would want to do is prayer requests. Okay, if you subscribe to that forum, you'll automatically get an email anytime anybody posts a prayer request. You can, from that email, there you go. Okay, you can subscribe, you can post a comment on there, and if you're subscribed, you'll get an email that says, Sherry's sick and needs prayer. And then there'll be a little place where you can click to reply to say, I'm praying for you. If you want to do that, it'll bring you to the HSSegue site. So that's kind of a little bit how forums work for right now. Yeah, we're going to click back on there. I think we've covered it. We'll be able to get back. You'll experiment on these other tabs and stuff later, but you've got the main idea. Back to group at the top takes you back to those 4 main tabs. And we've gone about, activities, forum, and members. Here's a list of CASA members. Right now, we have the group open so that you all can get into the group, but in a couple days, we're going to shut it, and this information will only be available within our group. Nobody else can get in and look at our postings, nobody else can get in and look at our members, nobody else can look at our comments. That will all be private to us. Again, the little number up here, how many people do you want to see at once before changing to a new page? It won't really do that. You don't really want to see that part. We're skipping that part. CASA administrator is the owner, and you will see that if anybody posts, the leadership team can post as the administrator, which means that an event can be duplicated over and over, year by year by year, and nobody has to go through the work of saying, I need these things and these things and these things for history night every night. We got it down and we say, well, the same thing as next year, which is wonderful. An admin name that you see afterwards will mean that that person is part of the leadership team, so that you can contact them. Their proper name is first, and in parentheses after that is their username, in case you need that for something. In case Shakira Shelton McClan is her username. And you can see down farther, there's a moderator. Moderator. Like I said before, a moderator is somebody who, if you've set up an event, you're going to run the spelling bee or the Valentine's Day, then we'll set up an activity for Valentine's Day and we'll give